Today's topic is going to deal with English phonetics and phonology. Go beyond, but what is necessary, it is to have basic knowledge about what is English sounds. It is what we are going to deal with. We will not go in detail saying or explaining what is phonetics, what is phonology. The more details will be done after this session. For example, according to your wish, if you want to know more about phonetics, phonology, please, you will contact me and try to explain more and giving you more details. Now let us continue. As we know, or as I have said, that today we'll deal with English sounds. In English we have 44 sounds, 20 vowels and 24 consonants. Both of them, they make 44 sounds. Before continuing with those two categories of sounds, there are two things which we are going to try to make clear or to make more clarification. We have two words here which will guide us in what we will deal with. Let's say, for example, here we have spelling and pronunciation. In spelling and pronunciation, from the difference between those two words, we'll get something which is very crucial, which is very important in what we will deal with. When someone says spelling, what do we understand? Spelling is the practice of forming words with letters, or of reading the letters of words. In other words, we can say that it is orthography. Let's take an example. Look the word spelling. When they say spell the word spelling, you will say the word spelling is composed of how many letters? For example, the word for the spelling is composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means it is composed of 80 letters, which are S, P, E, L, L, I, N, D. The word pronunciation is composed of how many letters? It's composed of PRONUNCIATION. How many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Spelling, it depends or deals with the number of letters and to say them. How many letters do we have here for each word? That is the question. How many letters? And tell them. Speak 30 letters. Tell people 30 letters. It is what we call spelling. Another issue is the issue of pronunciation. Pronunciation, this is the standard way in which a word is made to sound when is spoken. It is the standard way, the standards way in which a word is made to sound when spoken. We'll have examples. Let us continue with the next point. Now we are going to deal with the English sounds. You remember, you pay attention on the 2 points which we have said about before. Let's have, if I can say, a review on this topic. Can say, for example, can say here, let's go back, yes. We can say, for example, the word pronunciation or spelling, the way how this word is produced, is pronounced when it is spoken. It is what we call pronunciation. Let's leave this point and continue with the 2 categories we have talked about before. In English, we have 44 sounds. The 44 sounds are divided into 2 groups, which are 20 vowels and 24 consonants. 20 vowels and 24 consonants. The 20 vowels are also divided into 2 groups. It means we are going to start with 20 vowels, and when we finished with 20 vowels, we'll continue with the 24 consonants. The 20 vowels are also divided into 2 groups, which are 12 pure vowels or 80 diphthongs. The 12 pure vowels are also divided into 2 groups, which are 5 long vowels and 7 short vowels. Now let's start with the 5 long vowels and the 7 short vowels. We're going to start with this category, 2 categories. They are the following now. The 5 long vowels. We are going to start from one category of the 2. A long vowel is a vowel A long vowel is a vowel to which we add a colon. When you say colon, it deals with these 2 points which are here. When you write the sound and you add these 2 colon, you mean that vowel is a long vowel. To mean that, in order to lengthen its pronunciation, when you are pronouncing that sound, you will lengthen its pronunciation. Let's have an example. We have long vowel E in sheep, whip, keep, speak, meet, meal, eat, sit, and see. You see that we are lengthening. I am lengthening its pronunciation. The second one is R in the word car, glass, market, classroom, park, etc. U in school, in brew, in fruit, in pupil, in shoes, etc. Number 4, we have O in fur, in door, in shirt, in form, in all, in tall, in fall. The 5th long vowel is E. It has 2 types of transcription. Phonetic transcription. There are 2 types of phonetic transcription of the vowel, wrong vowel in shirt, in sir, in word, in nurse, in journey, in word, in bird, in first, in third, in work, in 13. Those are 5 wrong vowels that we have in English. Now, after 5 wrong vowels, let's see what are 7 short vowels that we have in English. Here they are. You remember, in wrong vowels, we have sit with wrong E, but here we have sit with short E. We have sit, we have busy, minute, women, village, sheep, sing, film, something. Those are the words in which you can find a short vowel E. When it is long, we'll say E, but when it is short, we'll say E. Let's deal with A. In bed, in pen, in many, in head, in pencil. Those are words in which you can find short vowel A. Let us have A. But I will have a comment after talking about these words. We have A in man, in cat, in mass, in hot, in animal, in anxious, in Africa, etc. And we have another A in bat, in blood, in tongue, in cut, in cupboard. We can ask ourselves, how can I pronounce this sound differently in order to make sure that a person has understood that I'm pronouncing this A or this O or this A? Because we are going to talk about it in the particularity of English speakers. Perhaps, or for example, when we are using English as second language, it means English language when it is not our mother tongue, it will be difficult for us to pronounce these sounds differently. But what is necessary for us, what we are asked to do, is to try to recognize so many words in which we can find those sounds. For example, I know, and I will never forget that, in the word, for example, in the word man, it is short vowel A that I will have there. But in cat, which is written with CAT, this also I will have this short vowel. In the word, but you compare the word cat and the word cut. You see that the difference, on one word we have U, on another we have A. In this we find A here, the short vowel will be this one. The phonetic transcription of this A, which is in cat with the CAT, is this one. But phonetic transcription of U, which we have in CUT, phonetic transcription of A, we hear in this word pronunciation. Phonetic transcription of it will be this one, which is written like this. I think that is clear. don't take much time to think about how you can pronounce these sounds differently, but put much attention on how, in words, where you can find this phonetic transcription only. Let us continue with the number 5. We have O in dog, in hot, in want, in God. U in put, in pull, in full, in could, in would, in should, in book, in cook, in look, in foot. 7 is about, banana, mother, father, teacher. This also, you can confuse it with this number 3 and number 4, but you pay attention on almost of the words which has this end. It is phonetic transcription of this sound will be this one. But also there are other words in which we will find this which is in about, in banana, and there are others. Don't limit on this one only, but you can go and you check in dictionary and you do a research. Those are the 7 short vowels that we have in English. You remember, you see that phonetic transcription of a short vowel is written without a colon. Phonetic transcription is written without a colon, while phonetic transcription of a long vowel is written with a colon. When I say colon, I want to say, I want to talk about these 2 points, which is written after a sound. I think that is clear. Now we can continue to the next point. As we have seen that English sounds are divided into 2 categories, 20 vowels and 24 consonants. And from 20 consonant, which also is divided into 2 categories, we have seen from those 2 categories, we have seen 7 short vowels and 5 long vowels. Now the 5 and 7, they make 12. We remain with the other 8 sounds in order to make them 20. Now let us continue with those remaining sounds, the English diphthongs. When you say English diphthongs, from the word D, you will understand number 2. It means the sounds which we were talking about before, they are called monophthongs. And these ones also, they are called diphthongs. 12 pure vowels, 7 short 12 pure vowels, they are also called the monophthongs. Now here we are going to deal with the diphthongs. We have seen that in English we have 8 diphthongs. 8 plus 12 equals 20. Now we are going to see what does it mean diphthongs. What is diphthongs? Diphthongs are vowels, sounds which work in pairs or 2 by 2. This pair of vowels sounds is pronounced as a 1 syllable. They work 2 by 2, or they work in pairs, but when we are producing them, they are produced as 1 syllable. There are 80 diphthongs. It means in English we have 80 diphthongs. We have I in wife, in night, in why, in cry, in buy, in mine, in five, in fine, in child. You see that I is produced as a one syllable. We have A in play, in make, in made, in they, in wait, in break, in ate, in nail, and in tail, etc. We have O in word go, in the word old, hold, road, soul, no, no, and though. Let us continue with number 4. Number 4 we have ow in shout, in now, in how, in cow, in house. We have ow within those sounds. We have ear in here, in near, in here, in ear, and in beer. We have air in here, in chair, in where, in there, in where. We have oil in oil. We have choice, boil, boy, join, etc. We have ua in sure, in poor, in usually, in pure, and in cure, etc. As we have seen that, after closing this category, which is composed of 80 diphthongs, there is another small group which is not involved in 20 vowels we have said, because it is found in so many words, in few words. They will not appear in many words. We just have so few words in which we will find that sound, that category. Some linguists admit triphthongs, as we have seen, monophthong, diphthong. Now we are going to continue with the triphthongs, which is not said before, because this type will be found in so few words. For example, triphthongs, which are vowel sounds that work 3, and these 3 vowel sounds are pronounced as a one syllable. There are 5. There are 5. 5 triphthongs plus 20 vowels. 20 vowels, 5 long vowels, 7 short vowels, 8 diphthongs, and 5 triphthongs. They will make 25 vowel sounds. Let's have an example in which we can find that sound. We have the word power. So many times we used to say power, which is not phonetically correct. It is not correct phonetically when you say power, but it is power. When you say fire, it is not correct. The correct pronunciation of this word is fire. The correct pronunciation of play, this word, is player, as it is written here, player. Correct pronunciation of soya is soya, but we used to say soya, but it is not correct. The correct way of pronunciation is soya. Widow, widow, as it is written here. We have to pay attention when we are pronouncing those words in which we find this triphthong. You have to do more research in order to find other words in which we can find those triphthongs. Those are examples, but does not mean they are limited here, but you can find others in which you can find those triphthongs. But the examples we have here is power, fire, player, sawyer, and widow. Those are examples of words in which we can find those triphthongs. I think that there are 5, as we have mentioned before. Here we have exercise, which is identify the underlined vowel sounds in the following words. There is no underline. There is no underlined vowels, but vowel sounds. But let's say that the activity is this: identify all vowel sounds which are in each word and try to write its phonetic transcription. Find a vowel sound in the words which are provided, and then you try to write those vowel sounds, to write phonetic transcription of those vowel sounds. That is how the exercise is. I can say thank you to you all, and I think this will help each and everyone. Thank you so much. I love you.